Welcome back to the battle on the House floor between members of the GOP trying to elect the next Speaker of the House. GOP leader Kevin McCarthy thought he had the role. He even moved things into the Speaker's office. But after 3 votes today, no one has been elected. McCarthy did receive a large number of Republican votes, but with such a slim majority, there weren't enough members to elect him on the first attempt. In fact, in both cases, Democrat Hakeem Jeffries won the majority. In fact, he won the majority, the plurality, on the first 3 votes. Andy Biggs of Arizona challenged McCarthy in the first ballot. Ohio's Jim Jordan was nominated for the second round despite his support for McCarthy. Meantime, his opponents argue he's part of the establishment. New House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries describing the situation as chaos, crisis, and confusion.
It's a sad day for the institution of the House of Representatives, a sad day for democracy, and a sad day for the American people.
Until a speaker is chosen, House members will have to wait to be sworn in. So let's talk about it as we go live at 10:45 with Warren Rojas from Business Insider. So, Warren, let's talk about this. I know that there was a lot of anticipation. I think a lot of people expected the vote to be close. But here we go. We had 3 ballots here and no winner.
That's right. It was a very long and arduous day on the Hill because it faced this opposition. Matt Gaetz from Florida, Andy Biggs from Arizona, and a couple other members have been hounding him since November, since the midterm election, saying, we didn't get the majority that we were promised. We thought we were going to get this red wave. Yeah. You ducked out on us in 2015. You can't be trusted. You're not the guy. And McCarthy just kept trying to put a happy face on it and saying, oh, it's just a couple of people, nothing to worry about. Today, he learned that it was 20 people who don't have faith in him and are not willing to give him the job he's craved his entire life.
Yeah, this guy has been he's been in leadership for years now. 2015, he was on the doorstep of becoming the next Speaker of the House until it became evident he was not going to get to that point. But he's still been in leadership, and you would imagine you have a GOP that did take the majority. They did wrestle that gavel from Nancy Pelosi, and you would imagine that somehow along the way they'd come together. But in the House, it's not like the Senate where you're trying to appeal to a statewide contingency. You're really just appealing to a district, to your supporters there. So they're a little more strident and a little more sure of what they're looking for in their demands.
Absolutely. And, to that point, several of the speeches on the floor, people said, hey, this is nothing personal, but, we can't trust you. But it is a very personal thing.
Very personal, yeah.
They're basically saying, thanks for whatever job you've done over the past few cycles, but it's not enough. And over the past several weeks, the different groups have cropped up and said, all right, we want some rules changes. We want committee assignments, trying to kind of get concessions from him. And McCarthy has pretty much given in on everything. And still, instead of moving, instead of closing the gap, he learned today that the 4 or 5 people he thought were against him turned out to be 20. So, and the number's moving in the wrong direction because he started losing. He lost the first 2 votes, 19 people defected. And then on the 3rd vote, Byron Donalds, who was actually one of the people that was nominated as an alternate speaker, flipped as well. So,
Warren, last question. We're just about out of time here. We have this vote. They're going to resume the vote at noon tomorrow. Do they go through with new nominees, or are they going to try to do this again where you have McCarthy and Jeffries and then maybe another Republican, or is it too soon to tell?
All signs right now point to the opponents sticking with Jim Jordan as their preferred candidate. They they consider him much more conservative, much more dependable, and less, I guess, wishy-washy than McCarthy. So as of right now, that's their guy. Yeah. Meanwhile, McCarthy's trying to figure out how he can get, half of those Republicans to just vote present and just say, all right, we're here, but, we don't want any part of this.
Paul Ryan didn't want to be Speaker in 2015. He wanted to be Chairman of Ways and Means, but we saw what happened back then. We will watch this very carefully. Warren Rojas from Insider, thanks for joining us.